Good morning, crafty friends. As a continuation of showcasing some techniques with some creative worship projects, I just wanted to show you another little quick page in this watercolor mixed media sketchbook. I'm going to be using the faith definitions again. I'm going to use joy. I'm still sticking with my funky textures just because they're so fun and I haven't had a chance to use that yet. So, and again, using my Versaclear Nocturne ink. And I want to point out that this design on here already is from the leaf stencil. And I had a previous page where I used the leaf stencil and then the extra paint that was on here. That's what this is. This is just the extra paint. And so I'm going to use that as my starting base. And now I'm going to start adding some of this joy text. Making sure to get some second generation and not stamping the whole definition on there. Just getting little bits of it. And trying to keep my fingers off so I don't make too big of a mess. And going multiple directions. Okay, that's good. And now I will add, and wipe off this text here so that I don't get that on my fingers. And then I'll start with this fun, funky textures 2 marks set. And I like that. Okay. And then we'll use this one, because that's kind of some fun outlines. And I'm going to just go into some of these blank spots and add that little bit of texture. And there we go. Okay, get that wiped off. The next thing I'm going to use is some Distress Micro Glaze. And this just, it's a water resistant sealer, so you can use it to put on your project to seal it and keep it waterproof. But I'm going to use it with the heart stencil, and I'm going to use it to create that waterproof effect. And I'm going to start over here, I think, and then I'm just going to get a little bit of this glaze on my brush. And this brush I do dedicate just to the micro glaze, and then I'm just going to tap through. Because I want it to get most of the detail here, but I don't want to push so hard as to get the brush to go underneath the stencil. So I'm trying to avoid that. This technique you can use with various kinds of sprays, ink, whatever. I am actually, I think, going to break out some magicals. Okay, so now I have that on there. I think I did a pretty good job. I'll go by one more time just to really, make sure that I'm getting into some of those holes. This is kind of like a magic effect whenever you see the results, because I think it looks kind of magical. Okay, so put that away, and now I'm just going to grab what I have. Some magicals. I have a set here that has some colors that will correspond with the sprays and inks in case I want to do that. So now I'm just going to take And again, you could do this with your sprays. You could do this with ink. I'm just going to use this powder. Sprinkle a little bit here and there. And then the next color. This one is called Amber Waves, blue with the view. And I'm just sprinkling this in places that I don't have the previous color. And now I'm coming in with the green. Whoops. I moved the whole lid off instead of just the sprinkle lid. Okay. And I'll wipe my hands off real quick. If your hands aren't inky and messy, are you creating? I don't know. Okay, so now we'll just take our sprayer and we're going to come over this and start adding. And you're going to start seeing that heart appear. Well, you're going to see the doily part of it because I didn't have the whole heart on there. But look at that. Isn't that cool how that works? And then I'm going to take a little paintbrush and kind of move it around a little bit. But you can see where that where it resisted, because the color is not sticking to where the glaze was. So you get this nice effect. And then I can come back with a paper towel and kind of remove some of that excess water and then lightly dry it. I don't want to dry it too much because I don't want to melt the glaze so that I lose that detail. But I do want to dry it just a little bit so you can kind of see what's going on here. Okay, and now this page is ready for me to finish in a different manner. Let me move out my sheet again so you can see the detail in there of where that heart doily stencil was. I think it's really pretty and that this is going to end up being a really nice page when I'm done, but I like the mix of colors and I like the resist that I was able to get with that stencil. So here you have the resist where our design is all around the stencil, and then the previous one I did, the stencil was the design. So anyways, if you guys have any questions or if there's any kind of technique that you would like to see me do a video on, if you have questions, comments, please just let me know. I am happy to research and try anything new. And I'm new at this YouTube video business, so please leave any kind of hints that you think I need. All right, thanks everyone. Bye.